there, crazy crew. Welcome to my channel, JMC Creates. My name is Jackie McKissick, and this is our project for today. This is a little box that holds a lip balm. Okay. This is the one we're using this time, and it's a minuscule little bit shorter, but I made it this size, as this size is the size of the majority of lip balms, you know. That also fits this one, the Nivea ones, but I have another plan for that, hopefully using this bit. So yes, this is what we're making today. I'm always looking for new ideas, new ways to package lip balms for teachers, gifts for leaving school and Christmas. So okay, let's rock and roll. This is the one we're using today, which is why I chose these papers. This is Stampin' Up! Share What You Love, both of them. This is the die set that I'm using. I'm using the little leaf and these two hearts. That's what these scraps of paper are for. And that's about it. Right, now, let's go in. Where do we start? We start at the shadow box, which is 8 3/4 by 6 3/4. Okay, that's our shadow box. Then your lid will be 7 by 5. That's it, 7 by 5. That'll be our lid. So what's the other bit for? Oh yes, the box itself, and that's a shadow box, that's the lid, and this is the box for around the shadow box. And it is 8 7/8 by 6 7/8. I'm going to do all my scoring at the one time to save any trouble. So your actual box base is 8 7/8 by 6 7/8. Okay, and you're going to score all sides at 1 1/4 and 2 1/2, as this, yes, 1 1/4 and 2 1/2, as all the box and the lid are reinforced to there, so that makes it much sturdier, especially if you're going to be rolling around in children's school bags and stuff. Okay, so that's your box base. This is your lid, 7 by 5, and you want to score all sides at 3/4 and 1 1/2. So 3/4 and 1 1/2, 3/4, 1 1/2, and 3/4 and 1 1/2. And now your actual shadow box for holding your lip balm is 8 3/4 by 6 3/4, and you want to score at all sides at 1/2, 1 1/4, 1 3/4, and 2 1/2. Let me just check that. I can't really see. Okay, right, 1/2, 1 1/4, 1 3/4, and 2 1/2. Get away, Thor. Leave him alone. 1/2, 1 1/4, 1 3/4, 2 1/2. Thor likes Riley doesn't like Thor. 1/2, 1 1/4, 1 3/4, 2 1/2. That's all 4 sides. Then you put your short side at the top, and you want to score at 3 and 3 3/4 to the second score line only. So that's your first, that's your second there. So you want to score at 3 and 3 3/4. And you want to do that on both short sides. 3 and 3 3/4. Okay? I'm sorry, son, but Ray doesn't want to play with you. There, oh, good boy. Right, so we're just going to do our burnishing. And for such a little project, there's an awful lot goes into it, I know. But my grandkids, teachers are worth it. I want to give them something that they'll appreciate. Okay. Or, what are you doing? I've done that one. What are you doing, Thor? So this is hard to see on this blanking paper. I'm sorry, but you've a score line. That's where your two short score lines went in, down to the second score line. So you actually want to cut down those, removing the score line. Okay. Then you want to cut it diagonally to the next score line, and then straight down to the next score line, and make sure you remove all the score lines. Then you go to the other side and cut the whole piece out. Okay, so straight down, diagonal, straight down, and you do that on all 4 of the short score lines. Straight down. There's the next one. Hard to see, I apologise. Straight across, or diagonally across, I mean, and then straight down. Go to the side and remove the whole section. Not even any better from that side. Okay. Straight down to the second score. Diagonally to the next, and straight down to the next. Go to the side and remove all of it. And the reason I'm telling you to remove the score lines is it's less bulk, which makes it go together that little bit easier. Okay, straight down, diagonal, and straight down, and then remove the whole piece. Sorry, I left about the score line on. Right, so those 4 bits are for the bin, or the recycle bin, I should say. What we're going to do now is we're going to put glue on both those narrow sections at the sides. Okay. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to fold it in like that. Okay. And you do the same on the other side. You just basically fold it in half. Okay, and then those will sit there like that. Now you're doing the same on the two narrow bits. You're going to do exactly the same. Okay. Fold it down and fold it in. Just take it back and check. You see, that's not great. That's centered. Okay. Fold it in half and fold it in. Like that. Then you want to just encourage those bits in like that. Okay. You're going to put a little bit of glue on the corners of the top one, the top sides, and then you're just going to maneuver that over the top of it, and then you have to actually hold it to get it to stay. Just make sure your sides are lined up. Okay, give it a little press. Okay, and then you want to do exactly the same as the other two ends. You want to put a little bit of glue on the corners only, the inside corners only, and then you need to encourage that up over it gently and hold. Okay, and there, that's your lip balm in. That's not right, that's too big. That box is bigger than the other one. Pretty sure that box is bigger. Yep, it is. That paper wasn't cut right. Okay, folks, it turns out the measurements were right. I cut my card to the wrong size, so I have gone and done it. I tried it 1/8 of an inch smaller for the shadow box, and it fits that one perfectly. But then you would have to rework your box space in your lid to fit as well, because it is smaller. But it fits in there enough for me. I don't mind if it's slightly loose, because it's only slightly. So that one can go in the bin. That one can, no, that's something else. Right, that's that bit done. Okay. Now, how now, brown cow? What is this bit? I wonder. Can't remember, you see. I can't remember. I think this is my box base. Yes, it is. This is my box base, and that's my box lid over there. So, now we're going somewhere. Now we're cooking on grass. This is a reinforced box, which means you take away the 3 outside squares. That one, and that one. Okay? You see any better on that side? That one, and that one. No, not really. So the only one you leave is that one inside. So you get to your second score line and you cut down to your second score line. You move along to your first score line and you cut down to your second score line. You remove those two and you remove the top one. And that leaves you with one square. And you do that all the way around. And I always start at the inside. So I start at my second score line and I start just off to the side of it so that it removes the whole score line. Then I go to my first score line and I cut down to my second score. I remove both those squares and I remove the top one. Okay, same here. Second score line to second score line. First score line to second score line. And remove the two outside ones. Now I know this is not easy to see because of the paper, but hopefully you understand me. Hopefully you understand me. Last one. And last one. And our lid will be done exactly the same as this. Okay. Dependent. You just cut to the right or the left of your score line. On this side, I will be cutting to the left so that I remove the score line. Okay. And that's it. And then I'm just going to go in and miter both sides slightly. Not a ginormous bit, just slightly. Just to make sure everything fits and there's no bulk in the way of my tabs. Of course you have to do it on all four. So you do. And if you have any score line left there that you don't want, that it gets cut off when you do that. Okay. Recycle bin. Does anyone else have a recycle bin to one side and a rubbish bin to the other? Or is it just me who's that pernickety? I wonder. I wonder. Right. Put glue on that side and lift both sides up and run your finger. Make sure that it's not sticking over. It's come right to the edge, but it's not sticking over. And that's what you want all the way around on all four bits. Okay. Like that. And then the last two. And this paper has a sort of pearlescence to it, so it might take slightly longer to dry, so you would just have to be aware of that. And be careful. Right to the edge without going over. Perfect. Okay. I'm just going to take my bone folder. Make sure that glue is squidged down. On both sides. Oops, took that one in a bit far. Like that. Okay. And then you're going to put glue on the two bits that will be covering your tabs on the inside. Put glue in them first. Okay. To help support them. And keep everything from moving. Then you do your other two. Okay. And you're going to do your lid exactly the same way. Exactly. Who else thinks that I've cut that wrong again? That was I. the heck was I on? This video is turning into a nightmare. Okay folks, it would appear my measuring skills are correct, but my cutting skills are atrocious, because that is exactly the size it should be. Shadow box 8 3/4 by 6 3/4, and that time it came out perfectly. So now we need to worry about our lid. Have we cut it right? Oh, have we? Wow, I think we got one right. Go me, go me. So we're just going to burnish. Okay. I'm going to do this exact same as the base that I did. You do it exactly the same, even the right measurements you do exactly the same. So, and then I'll come back. Okay folks, so our lid fits perfectly. So to recap, all the measurements I gave you at the start are correct. I had just cut my card to the wrong sizes. Okay. So next we're going to do a little bit of decoration, and all we're doing is putting a few little leaves on, just to zhuzh it up a wee bit, you know, so it's not flat and boring, although it's a really pretty box on its own. But we like to go the extra mile. And zhuzh it up a wee bit. Right. Like that. Roughly like that. I could get down there, you bugger you. There we go. Right. And I showed you that wee die set, didn't I? I used this leaf. And I'm sorry about the glare. I've used these hearts of 1 big, 2 medium and 2 small. Okay, so the big one's going on first, and we're putting them on with dimensionals, and it's going to go slap dang in the middle, and then you're going to put your 2 medium ones on either side. Like that. And this is good for using up the scraps of card that you have, which I have like 12 folders, one for each colour. So goodness knows what you have. Okay, and then we'll do, I need tiny for tiny. Where's the tiny ones? Oh, there they go. There's my picky tool. Come on. 1. Oops, where'd it go? 2. And they are just going to go off to there. And there. Like that. Okay. And the last thing I did was I took my tonic crystal glaze and I put it on top of the hearts. Okay. It's quite easy to do. You don't really have to squeeze this stuff. It just seems to run out if you just put the gentlest pressure on it. Okay. Just trying to make sure I've all everything done. Okay. Like that. And that is our little lip balm holder done. Now I do need to be careful of that one because it's wet. Okay. And it was the lip balm that inspired the choice of that one. And this is just a cheap one that is the same size as this one. So there you go. That's my shadow box in a box lip balm holder. I hope you like it. If you did, I'd love you to give me a thumbs up. If you subscribe, that would be awesome. And most importantly,